Welcome to the DC Universe Online Full Game Review. DC Universe, of course, is the newest superhero MMORPG, which puts you in the place of the world of DC Universe. Your main topic points will be, of course, Gotham and the wonderful Metropolis. The first thing that comes to notice with DCU compared to other MMOs is the combat system. Unlike regular MMOs, it's all based on combos and using them right, dodging, blocking, and all that fun stuff. It's not about using your abilities constantly to drain them and rotating them. So you're on your feet, gotta block, dodge, you gotta know how to do all of that the best. This is by far the one best part about DC Universe Online. The combat never gets old, it's pretty fluid, and the PvP is extremely fun too in the combat. You have many types of weapons, different specs, powers that you can choose from, so it can never get old, and being able to respec on the fly makes it a plus that can change your gameplay whenever you want. Character creation is pretty basic, just like your regular other games. Completely customize them. If you are lazy, you can do an inspired by a certain hero or villain, but that's just not fun when it comes to a superhero game. Of course, right away, choose your hero or villain. And when you come to choose your mentor, and it doesn't really matter what your mentor is, but that determines what types of tier gear you'll be able to use. They're all equally balanced for stat-wise, it's more of cosmetic look. Now when it comes to the actual powers, you have 6. Nature and sorcery are healing and damage. Mental and gadgets will be controller and damage. And ice and fire are the tanks and damage. So every class can damage, and then they all have their own utility. You have your 3 movement things: flight, acrobatic, super speed, each with their own different things. You have all these different weapons, 10 weapons that is. Each of them have their own combos, specific stats they do, and you can get more as you go on to the game with skill points. So when it comes to actual creating your character, you may not think there's that very many pieces to choose from for your costume, but what this goes on when you play the game, you'll actually unlock more pieces for your character which you can change on the fly. So in the beginning, you may not be able to get the perfect thing that you want, but by the end you'll have plenty of items to choose from to get your hero or villain perfectly the way you want it. One of my favorite things about creating a hero is you don't have a color swatch, I guess to say. You actually have slider bars, which you can get the perfect color that you want, and definitely enjoy that. See here, just constantly change just like that. Very easy, very well done on that. Of course, like every other game out there these days, they do have achievements. Unlike other games though, these achievements are actually worth farming and getting. For every feat that you get, is what the achievements are called, you get so many points. Every 100 points you get to you get another skill point. And these skill points you get even when you're at max level, which you could further your character once you have gotten up to the highest level. And that is good to use for different weapons or movement abilities. Each weapon is always good to put at least 1 point in, because you gain at least a 2% critical attack or healing. Now for an MMO that usually comes out, there is no such thing as endgame. Unlike here, DCU actually has a good set of endgame. You have your alerts, which are 4 people. You got Smallville, which is a very fun one, Arkham Asylum, Halls of Doom, Stryker Island, any of those. And there's also 2 raids that go in. You do these hard modes, you get badges to buy your tier gear. Pretty self-explanatory, and there's plenty of do. You have hard challenge single-player missions, which you get other marks for that you can buy yourself gear. First thing about PvP is you got 2 different types. You got your Arena and you got your Legends PvP. Legends PvP lets you play as an iconic hero. I am here with Robin today. You get Harley Quinn in the beginning. You unlock more as you do PvP. You get marks of Legends. You can buy others. Total of 6. You got Joker Asylum. You got just regular Joker, Robin, Huntress, Bane, and Nightwing, and Robin, of course. So those are the guys you can do, and it's pretty much depending on the map. Sometimes it's control point, capture flag, deathmatch type thing. So that's how that goes. Today we're on the Batcave map for Legends. and Batman just knocked me out. The PvP is definitely difficult. You're not used to it. I have yet to play Robin here, so I'm not quite used to his powers. And the nice about Legends is everyone's even, essentially. Just gotta use that person's combos and powers. It can get very intense. PvP is probably the best thing about this game that I absolutely have to love about it. Completely different than any other game out there, so it's very nice. So for your villain, your central hub is the Hall of Doom. This is where you have all the different vendors. Right now they do not have an auction house, but that will be here too. You got your main villains, each wing for mentor that you chose, where you can buy your PvP armor and your PvE Tier 1 and Tier 2 armor. And if you're hero, you have the Watchtower as your central hub. Up here we have the mentors for the heroes, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. My personal opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of the Watchtower, how the layout setup is, but it gets it done. It's nice and big and it looks pretty. Some more little tidbits about the game. Of course, you have your missions, which are quests that you do as you level up. There's nothing special new about those compared to the other MMOs. They consist of collecting, killing, taking an object, moving to this little area, your basic things that happen in all MMOs. But the way with the combat and the flow of how things go, it doesn't seem as tedious as maybe World of Warcraft or other games like that. Now, let's get to some of the little bad things. There's not very much. Every once in a while there'll be some few crashes. That kind of happens with it. The UI is not the best. As you see, there is no mouse icon. You have to go in these menus down here. You know, it's a little sloppy, but you know, another thing here, the styles you can change on the go if you want, so that's kind of cool. My main problem is the chat is just so clunky and I do not like it. It's my biggest pet peeve about this game, but it's not a game breaker. Another big thing is the league chat, which is guilds, seems to break a lot. So you never know if it's going to work or if it's not, but it's usually at least working for a good chunk of the day. Overall, around this game, it's very, very fun. Lots to do in it. I have yet to get bored, and I've tried so many new MMOs out there, and I usually play them, and after like a couple weeks I get the level cap and I'm bored, there's nothing to do. This is very fun, and you can always make an ult, do a different power, so there's so much to do. I will have to agree with PC Gamer on this one, give it about an 88 out of 100, very well balanced. One of the strongest and well polished MMOs for a release that I have ever seen. Very little bugs, stuff like that. Nothing game breaker as of yet that I've encountered, but I definitely recommend this game if you are wanting to get into a new type of MMO and you're sick of all the rest of the crap. If you're not much the superheroes, well, I guess it's not really for you. It helps if you like the DC universe. But yeah, it's if you're getting sick of WoW, definitely try this game out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I know it's probably not the best, but I thought I'd throw it out there for anyone who's looking for something that's maybe just not the professionalism of IGN or PC Gamer, kind of the finer points.